Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hello. Good afternoon. I am so excited to be here with Angie Casares. Angie's going to tell us her story and her experience doing one of the SANS programs. So, Angie, thank you for joining ICMCP today. Angie, tell me about what you were doing before you heard about this program, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So before the program, I was working as a facility director and also going to school full time through the University of Arizona. And I was basically doing those two things. The University of Arizona, I had been working on my Bachelor's of Applied Science for cyber operations. And then I heard about the SANS program.
Great. And so you heard about the program, you applied for it, and then what happened? Tell me about your experience in the program and any challenges that you incurred during the program.
Okay, so I had first heard about it through a friend of mine, and I was looking online. I saw it was a immersion program. So they were courses. You were to take 3 courses and 3 certification exams for about 8 weeks each. And so I applied. I really kind of just by chance. I really didn't think I was going to get in. And then I did. And I actually had an interview with the person in charge of program management there. And we had a really nice conversation. And yeah, and I waited about a month, and then I got an email from him saying that I had been selected out of a group of 20 women had been selected for this program. And then we had all the details there. And then the first part of the program was kind of an introductory cybersecurity. It was GSEC. So it's the essentials, and it focuses in on giving a really good foundation for cybersecurity and knowledge on both Windows and Linux program or operating systems. So from there, you know, when I got accepted, I did a boot camp, and it was very intense. And then we had 8 weeks to study. During that time, I had a mentor. I also connected with their career services, and it's a lot of studying, but it was very much worth it. Yeah, it was a great time. Some of the challenges that I had were really having that hands-on experience, and definitely the CTFs. They were a bit challenging, but
Okay.
I made it through.
No, I guess so. We're going to get to that in just a moment. So let's go back to sort of the GSEC, some of the preparatory courses. It seems that you came from a cybersecurity or a technical background. Do you think somebody who's not coming from a technical background would fare well in this program?
Yes, actually, so by career, I didn't have a technical background originally. I was in facilities. And so that's like HVAC and electrical program management. My background was more theory based as far as my bachelor's degree goes. And so SANS really gave the hands on, and there was a lot of things that I really didn't know through my degree. But there were women who had never really had much technical background, and in our group of 20, and they were very successful. It's definitely something they walk you through and help you and give you a lot of support. So working as a group of women, we were able to accomplish a lot.
Okay.
And definitely anybody, I would say if I could do it, anybody could do it.
Okay, that's good to know. And it sounds like you were a cohort. So did you work with each other? Did you study in teams? Did you help each other out through the program?
So yes, we were a group that went to Dallas for our boot camp. And so we had a group that we would meet weekly on Wednesdays and talk, and our mentor would be there. We'd talk about challenges that were personal. We'd talk about challenges within our studies. Really, it was just a really tight-knit group, and we did study together on occasion. If there was a challenge that, for instance, I was having problems learning how to do a shell, how to do a banner shell. And so a group of women worked with me on that for a day. And then after that, I was great. And it was really nice to be able to have people to go to who we could work together with.
Fantastic. Um, okay, so you go through, you do the certifications, you study, you pass your exams, and now what?
So now I am working for a company that's headquartered in Boston. They are a leading software development company, and my title is an IT security operations analyst. And I am full-time doing everything that I learned, everything that I love, and learning more and more every day. Entry-level jobs in that field as an analyst are about 85,000 to start. So it was a huge income increase for me. In my area, it was 85,000.
That sounds fantastic. Okay, so we're trying to get more people into our program. It's really for people in California, for women and people of color. What advice would you give to somebody who's on the fence, who's like, I don't know, I don't have a technical background, or it sounds like it's a very long commitment. Like, what advice would you give them if they're just not sure about getting into the field of cybersecurity or sure about getting into this program?
Um, so it's really not that long of a program. It's 6 months to a year. It's so worth it. It's a lifetime of career from there. It's You do need to study. That's the hands-on study is definitely something that you need to do as advice. Another thing is really connect and network with the InfoSec community. They're very tight knit. They're very great. Everybody likes to share information, and it's well worth it. It's worth having that community connection, having a huge increase in pay. There's like a ton of jobs out there. It's yeah, that's really what I recommend, is getting out and meeting people in the community of InfoSec.
I would like to thank you so much for your time. That is such a great story. I'm a big fan of SANS, and I strongly encourage anyone who's watching this video to apply for any of the SANS workforce academies. They have them for women, for vets. There's several regional academies. So thank you so much for your time, Angie. And Angie, do you have a Twitter handle that you could share with people if they want to follow you?
Yes, I do. It's CASA, so it's my last name. Hold on. AVZ. So
So it's at your last
my
name.
last name and then AVZ.
A Alpha Bravo Zebra.
Alpha Bravo Zebra.
Okay, fantastic. Angie, thank you so much. I'm going to
Okay.
stop now.